welcome to MS4. Today we are doing a look that scares us, or rather using pieces from our collection that scare us. This is going off of a video by Glitter Fallout in which she was going through her collection and trying to really challenge herself to use things that she was worried about like messing up if they were like beautiful and pristine looking, or that she was worried about what they would turn out like, but still in her collection. So we are doing that today with ours. I will talk to you a little bit about what else I've got going on and other things as we go. But the idea is I really want to use all of the things in my collection because I have a lot of fun stuff, but some of it is a little intimidating. So here we go. I'm just doing a base, the Dr. Dart BB. I need sunscreen today. My partner is on a job today and it's very exciting, but that means I have doggy duty for all 3 walks today. So our first walk was very nice. Nice weather for it. It's a little cooler in the morning, which is good because it's been getting really warm here in New York. So I really need the sunscreen on. So glad that we're using a product that has that. I did discover I had small samples of some different sunscreen, and I don't know where they are. They might be in my travel kit that I traveled with, and I have not pulled those out. So we are doing without. So this has a sunscreen in it, and it's very easy to work with. So that's usually why I pull it out. So anyway, life has kind of been getting in the way. Been doing the job search still. And I also started another channel here on YouTube and on Patreon. So I've started a channel writing for film and other visual formats. It's just in its infancy. So there's just 2 videos online and 2 videos on Patreon that are public for free, and then one that's for members only. So I will put the links to that below. But anyway, so I've been working on that. It's been a lot of fun. If you are interested in screenwriting, or if you're interested in, like I said, any sort of writing for visual formats, which could be, you know, your YouTube channel if you have one. It could be, you know, you're working on your own writing on plays or anything like that. Should be fun. So anyway, I've got this. I'm not powdering it down today. I am going to be using some powder products, but I found last couple of times my powder was really making my face dry and kind of craggy looking. So I've been thinking like I'm not going to be doing that for a little bit, just to see if we can get away with not doing it. We might be revisiting that with different powders, but it seems like it's just kind of my skin's changing a little bit. I'm going to go in the Halo. I'm just going to be using the bronzer for this today to add dimension. One of the things that I had that used to scare me, I had the One Size bronzer, and I love all of the other products from One Size. I love their blushes so much, but their bronzer I didn't love. So it was funny because they had the 3-part bronzer, but they didn't have the cream like they did the blush, and it just, you know, didn't work for me. So that one I did declutter from my collection. So I've been trying to use different parts of my collection while I'm not filming on camera. But sometimes if you just want a fast look, you pick something that you know you love and it's quick. But but this is more like just need to dive into the other things. I'm gonna use for blush, we're gonna go cream. This is ColourPop, and this is All Laced Up Super Shock. This is one of the ones for like their 80s sort of vibe. And I really like this color, but it has a little gold reflect to it and very peachy. So we're gonna use that. And it's one of those things that I love the Super Shocks, but I don't always pull them out of my collection for blush. Like, I think blush is my least, for Super Shocks, my least flushed out category of product. I have quite a bit of, well, I did before I decluttered some of my collection when I moved. I did have a lot of highlighters, Super Shock highlighters, because they're really nice for that. But I don't anymore. I kind of pared that down. But so far so good. But long story short, it's been a good thing for me to look into my collection and go, what have I not been using? Because I'm on a low buy, and it's so hard. Low buys are really hard. If you're used to buying makeup and not worrying about it, it's hard. If you have some wounding in the past of not being able to buy makeup, so those kind of feelings come up and you have to deal with them. And then just in general, like, because I have so much fun playing with makeup, it's just kind of hard. So I think that's pretty obvious for most people, that it's, you know, something that when you're used to just going, oh, I'm just gonna pick this up and see, versus, okay, I've got to sit down and go, do I need this? And, you know, this is hard for makeup because, you know, we don't really need, as Glitter Fallout points out, we don't really need any makeup per se. Okay, so I'm just taking my fingers and blending a little bit into the bronzer. And see, that's a very glowy blush, so probably I wouldn't need any highlighter, but I'm going to use a highlighter. So this is from Glamlight, the Hershey collection, and this is Cookies and Cream. They did two different, the milk chocolate and then Cookies and Cream, but these are your highlights, and these are pretty blingy. So one is, I'll swatch that for you. One is more of just a kind of a white cream, and then the other is very yellow. Hopefully you can see that. So the white has a little bit of like a pinkiness to it, and it's a little bit softer, more diffuse. And then the gold one is a little more focused. So let's go ahead and go with the lighter one. Okay, wait a minute. I am not scared by the lighter one. Let's go with the more cream colored one. Okay. See there? Scaring myself already. Okay, so I'm gonna take a fairly diffused brush again. Dip that in the highlighter. Bounce it a little bit. I don't think that I got much on that. It's gonna be so beaming. So let's see. Okay. Almost poked it in my eye. That's not the scary thing that I want to be dealing with, is poking things in my eye. So I'm actually coming down a little bit onto the blush. Okay, there you go. That's kind of pretty. Not as scary as I thought it was going to be. Okay, here we go. All right, the palette that I wanted to use. This is Adept Cosmetics. This is the Element 115 Alien palette. And I love the look of this. I have used it, I think, maybe twice. I love the tones. The tri-colored ones are a little initially daunting, but if you do them together, you're getting a single, maybe you can see that, hopefully. Okay, that's the one that looks, that's the one that looks like a peach and blue. And let me swatch, this one looks like blue and pink. Two different tones. Okay. So that's kind of more in the warm tones. I think that's gonna match more what my, both the blush and the lip that I picked out today. So what I wanna do, I'm gonna start with that first and just put down a layer of that using my fingers. And it's actually not as blingy. Here, I need to go back over here. Not as blingy as I thought it was going to be. I think maybe the thing is to be able to use your things that you have so you know whether or not they're scary. Because I'm not saying I can't get a scary look out of this. I'm pretty sure I can. But let's see. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. All right, so we have that. So you can see the shift and the reflect. So let's go in, let's see what this other one is. I think this is a more, okay, this is a little more light reflective. So maybe what I want to do is go into the corner with that. I already did a little bit of a corner with this, but I think I want to pop this other on. Okay, and that's way brighter. Okay, so I may end up regretting that decision, but we'll see. We'll see. That whole trusting the process. I don't know that it's so much as the trusting the process sometimes as if it goes terribly wrong, I can fix it. So that's I think that's maybe where we're at right now, is if it goes terribly wrong, we can fix it. Okay. I'm gonna be super glowy today. Super glowy. Okay, so I'm looking at this trying to figure out if I want to go purple or blue with that. So maybe let's go purple with that. So grab a brush. That is not a brush, that's a lip liner. Okay, here's a brush. So I'm gonna go into this deeper purple. It's gonna be applying that to the corner and then just gently dabbing that along the crease. Can you go back in? Okay, and then I'm going to go out the lash line also. Like that. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we have some construction going on outside today. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other eye and do the same. We have a window fan going on right now, a window air conditioner. It's been very, very hot the last couple of days. Yesterday and today, not as much. It rained one of those days early morning. And that brought down the temperature some, but it's been really hot. A lot of exciting things going on in New York. The Knicks won the NBA Finals, which I did watch. They are not my team, but in solidarity with the city, decided to watch the game. So that was very exciting. Knicks fans were just losing their mind, of course, because they've been waiting a long time. Basically, about since I was born. So that's been exciting for the city. Also, the FIFA World Cup soccer is going on. So that's also very exciting across the country. Messi, who plays for our team normally, is back with his country's team. And so we recorded it, but we haven't gotten to watch that yet. So, okay, so we've got purple and kind of this peachy reflect. I've really got a lot of it under my eye here. So just a little bit much there. Let's see, so that's actually not that scary. I think I'm gonna take a look at some of the other colors. This blue, I think was something that was a bit daunting. So that's definitely, but I can see if you had a blue, like a dark blue liner and the dark blue from here, that you could get a pretty nice eye look, very summery out of that. Let me take and just use my highlighter for up on top of my eyes. I'm gonna use this white. Worked better on that side. That's one of the things using your fingers. You get some difference with the brush too, depending on how you hold it, but especially with your fingers, the different rounding and the way it goes from where you're holding it, you'll get a little different look that way. Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, so we've done that. Let me get some mascara. I've been looking at some of the new palettes that are coming out, and most of them I can kind of stay away from. The new Singe Beauty items, the palettes, And I generally don't want false lashes, just because with my glasses, they end up pushing up against my glasses and causing problems. But there's one set of those lashes that I was like, maybe I could wear false eyelashes. I have not gone there yet, but the Singe palettes are quite the something. So I have the very first one, the Galactic Visitor. I've meant to pick up the Paisley Hoot. Well, sorry, I had to stop talking because I was applying mascara. Okay, all right. So this eye look is not that scary. Maybe I need to use it again to see the depths that I can get to. But anyway, the Singe Beauty has been the thing that's really been getting to me. All right, so we're gonna do a lip look. So the liner. This is the LH Cosmetics, and I believe this is Scarlet. No, it's just crayon, but it's a scarlet sort of a one. LH Cosmetics doesn't get a lot of American press per se, but their liners are really good. And then I'm going in with this NYX Butter Gloss, and this is a shiny one. So this is Orange Sickle, and it's going to be orange shiny. It's not sparkly, I guess, but it's shiny. So we're going to see how this goes. I have a lot of the butter glosses. I love the scents, and they're inexpensive, so it's easy to play. Okay, so we're going in with crayon. Now, LH Cosmetics has lip liners and eyeliners, and technically, if you were playing around, you could probably do an eye as well. These are really good liners. I'm having an issue right now. This is post the mini stroke. My lips on this side are apparently not sealing at night. So I'm getting a lot of this is going to be overshare, a lot of drool issues. So it's really irritating my skin on that side. So something you never think about necessarily during the day, or are my lips sealing? Okay, there's that. And now, Orange Sickle. I can swatch it for you so you can see just. Okay, and it does smell like an orange sickle. I'm way too excited about this. I think this is something you probably just lightly brush on. But we're not doing that today. Okay. All right, let me put my spectacles on and we'll take a look. Well, it's nice to use things in my collection. It is. Think about the things that you spend good money on and you want to be able to use, and they just don't. They're ones that you don't think about that are going to be easy, so then you, well, I'll just use this other thing. But you miss some of the fun sometimes. So anyway, that's a very bold lip. But I think everything else turned out okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're playing with the elements of your collection that are terrifying or at least worrisome. And hopefully everybody's at least having fun. So anyway, until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.